charming listeners, come with me as we backpedal on the old penny farthing to when Fanny and Peregrine first laid eyes on one another.
Would you like to see the size of my trust fund?
Lummy, all of it.
I'll show you ones if you show me yours.
But Mother always told me not to show my what-have-you to strangers.
Come, darling, we're hardly strangers. Why, one is your second cousin once removed, like the dear old Queen, God rest her, and that bird of a Greek.
The thing is, I've heard yours is simply huge, and, well, I really wouldn't want to disappoint.
Darling, you could never disappoint one. Remember, our properties back onto one another. Think how massive our joint assets would be if we were to join them up.
Oh.
Fanny, are you quite well?
Just talk of joint assets, it simply gave one a funny feeling in my...
Fluffykins, oh my sweet Fluffykins, come to my counting room. It's this way.
Oh my, I never imagined it would be that big.
You know what they say, big feet, big brogues.
Some young lovers make do with a simple stroll along the pier at Brighton, or a game of tic-tac-toe. But for Fanny and Peregrine, life was much more glamorous.
I say, have you ever been on an aeroplane? My friend Alton happens to have his jet parked in my stables, and I fancy on a little jaunt to Arfrica. What do you say?
Oh, rather! A short 12-hour gas-guzzling flight later, Fanny and Peregrine found themselves in the erotic plains of Arfrica. Unfortunately, Peregrine decided it was that time in the relationship to let one rip. Perry, really? You could have waited.
Sorry, my little bunny rabbit. I try to imitate the wildlife, you see. It's the best way to ward 'em off.
It stinks.
Yes, terribly sorry about that.
Their sub-Saharan tour had not got off to the best of starts, and what's more, rather annoyingly, Fanny found herself confined to a stunningly luxurious cabin in the foothills of Mount Kenya. Peregrine, Arthur, Henry, Cindy, Lulu, Twit, Woo, your Nolan nanny would be turning in her grave.
I promise you, my cute little toffee apple, that time it was not me.
Now come on, you can't pull the wool over this girl's eyes. I'm no uneducated toff. I was sent to guides camp for ordinary people. What an education that was.
Oh, how terribly beastly. How did you survive it?
Gin, and plenty of it.
How old were you?
35.
Aren't the guides aimed at girls between the ages of 11 and 16?
I was a late bloomer.
Much like my buttonhole flower. Here, take a sniff of that, why don't you?
The fragrant smell of Peregrine's buttonhole flower sent Fanny into a tailspin. This, combined with the luminosity of the setting sun over the African savannah, left her with no power over herself whatsoever. she was in deep. Where are we? Who am I? Is this what they say love is?
Yes, darling.
What is this yellow and green and blue and grey and brown? Am I tripping on ayahuasca?
We both are, dearest. It's what all the Hollywood chaps are doing these days.
But Mummy said just say no.
But think, dearest, it'll make us much more likely to be picked up for a Netflix series, or at the very least allow us to play naked billiards. Give in.
I didn't know Elvis was still alive. I say, you look like a baboon. Mummy, what are you doing here?
Just say no, Fanny! Just say no! Say no! 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 No!
Needless to say, Peregrine and Fanny remembered very little of their trip to Arfrica, besides their chance to speak with the media, which seemed to go down very well indeed.
Yeah, you see, we need to save the rhino and all that, yeah?
Yeah, elephant tusks, yeah.
Yeah, poaching. Not cool, you know?
And what do you have to say to those who criticise your use of a private jet to get to Africa?
Well, I'm allergic to hard-working people, and so, unfortunately, I can't go on standard flights.
Yeah, and British Airways has gone very down market since they refuse to use silver cutlery. I'm simply incapable of using anything other than a silver spoon, you see. Would you rather one starves?
And Elton Parks' jet in Miss Stables, so it's all very convenient, really. Saves on the diesel it'd take Jeeves to drive us down here. Yeah? You know?
Next day. Weary from yet another 12-hour flight in the space of 48 hours, Fanny took the carriage home across the paddocks. When she trotted up the steps into the breakfast parlour, she found her dear mamma buttering crumpets.
I know what you did in Arfrica.
Oh, but Mummy!
No, no, no. You are banned from the hunt this afternoon. I am taking none of your hooey.
And with that, Fanny was confined to her palatial first-floor apartments, where she sang pitifully to herself. Why? It was at that moment that a thought occurred to her. She would escape this beastly prison, get Spotify to commission an album, all based on her female experience in an oh-so-wretched world, and make an exorbitant amount of money so she could run away and live happily ever after in the US of A.